It's Weird Java in the morning.
Well, hello there. It's time to wake the fuck up with some Weird Java in your motherfucking cup. How are you today?
What's going on, brother?
Ha 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 ha.
Mm,
Yo, dog, what's up? How you been, dude?
been good, man. Been good.
Good, good. No scares this week.
No scares. I'm still trying to build my stamina back, but
Good.
other than that, pretty good. Like yesterday, Angie and I went out vinyl hunting.
Noise, noise. You were talking about that a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah, it's something we like to do, and
Yeah.
we found some good stuff out there. I did a lot of walking. We came back. Hey, Rach H, and came back. Went back out. Had a like early dinner, like at 4 or something like that, and had some pizza and what have you. Came back, started listening to some of those records, man. And by the time Angie put on Chaka Khan because she found Chaka Khan,
Nice.
I fell
Nice. I
asleep.
like it.
I fell asleep for an hour and a half because I was exhausted. Apparently, didn't even realize it just went
That's funny.
straight through Shaka Khan. By the way, which is not easy. It's not easy to sleep through Shaka Khan.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Good morning, Jill. How are you?
Hey Jill, how's it going?
Oh man, I got some. I freaking so all right. So this week I started a no carb diet. Trying to drop some pounds and get a little bit more lean for the summer.
I
Just for myself, I've never like so it's been since like my I think 1920-ish was the last time I ever had um my abs really showing. So I was just thinking like I think I kind of want to have some ab muscle showing this year. So
cool.
so that's what I'm going for. Just a little more of a cleaner look rather than this fucking barrel of a body that I have.
I think you'd have to go back to last century to see if my abs showed at all at any point in my life. I was 6, maybe 7. Who knows?
Mm.
Yeah. I Since then they're gone. They've been gone for a long time. I don't think they're ever coming back. So I'm okay with that. I'm all right with it. If you want to see some ab, I got an ab to show you. I got one ab. It's
It's
a
called a
large
keg.
ab.
Is it called a keg?
You could call it that. It's getting smaller for sure, but it's one. It's a one pack.
Oh man, yeah. Well, so yesterday we went bowling. We don't have the teenagers this weekend because of a baby shower on our mom's side of the family. So we went out. We went bowling. Had some beers while we were bowling. Came home, had some more beers, and I drank too many beers on a no carb diet, and I passed out on Charlie's play mat last night in the middle of the living room. So
That'll
I
happen.
woke up not feeling great this morning. My tummy was like, "Bro, dude, what? You started this diet and then you feed me this fucking bullshit last night? What the hell's wrong with you?"
a good argument.
Yeah.
Good argument.
Mm, mm, mm. Other than that, I don't think anything this week really happened that to note for me. I was really tired this week for some freaking reason.
Might be the switch in diet.
Well, no. Well, I'm usually tired when it gets to Wednesday, Thursday anyway, but which is when it really started, but it was like more than normal. And I mean, it probably is actually because it's no sugar.
No sugar.
No sugar. Which,
How
I
dare
mean,
you.
obviously my body transitioning from having sugar to no sugar, my body's probably like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
How dare you?
So, I only made it to the gym twice this week, so hopefully this coming week it'll be a little bit more. I prefer to be like an everyday at the gym kind of person, but on the weekends because of work, 60 plus hours, dude, a week, and then wanting to be home with the baby and stuff and being able to spend time with them, like I'm exhausted. When I wake up on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, I'm like, I don't want to do anything but sit down and drink coffee. I don't want to go to the gym. I used to go to the gym at like 4:00 in the morning back fucking a couple years ago. Now I don't do that. I even went. So I used to have 2 jobs at one point. I was doing tree work and I was a cook in a kitchen at night. And so we would finish. I would leave work at like 11:30 from the kitchen, and I would be at the gym at midnight, and I'd work out until 1:00 in the morning. I'd go home. I'd be home at 1:30. Go to bed directly to bed, and I'd wake up at 6:00 in the morning. So I was only getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. And then I'd be to work at 7:00 in the morning to do tree work, and then do the kitchen again, and then go to the gym at midnight.
Good God.
Yeah. That was my late
20. Do that, man?
That was my late. That was 28. I was 29.
Crazy is what you were.
Yep.
So this week starts off. I'm gonna record the first David Don't Know. I actually have a couple of recordings this week that are scheduled. So
do you have the do you have the intro music with you? Is that something we can play for everybody to check out?
Shit, where do I put it? Where have I put it? I don't know. I don't know if I can play it on my computer here. I can probably play it through the phone. Let me try that.
Oh, I wonder if I can.
Oh, you got the power. That's right.
Where'd I put it? Oh, it's not this computer. My bad. Never mind. I can't do it because it's not on this computer.
That's cool. But I got I have some.
I used the other one.
Guests that are going to be on, which is great, man. I'm going to have probably an intro and an outro discussion. I was thinking about that, and then we're going to talk about some paranormal shit. So one of my guests, name's Taylor, is going to be talking about his time in Japan and some stuff that you know who I'm talking about, Mr. Ruddle, who apparently got his ass handed to him on a roast battle. Holy shit!
Uh-oh. Oh man, I like Taylor. Taylor's a good shit, man.
There's something about, like, I saw the interview he did with you.
Yep.
And I know that I wanted to watch it, so I was like, usually I'll listen to it, but I said I want to watch this. So I was watching it on my TV. There's something about this dude's. I don't know if it's his voice, the way he talks, the speed in which he talks, but it's very compelling. And you're like lulled to a comfort level on what he's saying. It's pretty amazing, man. I was like, dude, you guys together it was like, fucking fire. It was sparkly. Sparkly to watch.
Well, I like him a lot. I was on his show, he was on mine. It was a lot of fun. He's a good person to talk to.
For sure.
I got some this day in history for you.
Hit me, brother.
All right. In 1111, so 1111.
Whoa.
After months of controversy, Pope Pascal II crowns Henry V, King of Germany and Italy, as the Holy Roman Emperor.
The 5th, huh?
Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So, and then I got in 1743, Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the USA, was born.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Which actually, 200 years later, he was, there was a commemorative thing put up for him by FDR. The same year he was born. Well, I mean, like, so it was, so 1743, so it was 1943 when it was put up.
Wow. And then, he famously had relations with his slaves.
Yep.
And many people don't know this, but one of the people that is connected to that lineage was a TV star named George Jefferson.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. It's George Jefferson, right? But TV
Yeah.
show,
Yes.
Now I can't.
Now we up in the big
Yeah.
leagues.
Sing it, brother.
That's it. That's all I remember. Frank and Beans. I don't know.
He's Frank and Beans. I used to love to watch that show. That guy, Sherman Hensley, was one of my favorites. He's just super cool. Didn't care. He was super short, bald. He didn't care.
He didn't care. IDC.
He didn't give a shit, man. Loved him.
All right. In 1861, after 34 hours of bombardment, Fort Sumter surrenders to the Confederates.
Ooh. Damn, son.
Yeah, doggy dog.
One
Yeah.
of the lost battles.
And then in 1868, the Abyssinian War ends as British and Indian troops capture Magdala and Ethiopian Emperor Tewodros II, who actually ends up committing suicide on the same day.
Ooh. Come on, man.
Yeah, dog. He was like, I don't want to be captured. I'd rather do this.
Well.
So, and then I got in 1919, the Amritsar massacre takes place in India, where British troops fire on a crowd of peaceful protesters, resulting in hundreds of casualties.
Jesus.
Yeah. Not good, man.
It's
The
just
Brits
innocent fucking
stuck,
people, man, huh?
I guess, supposedly.
Wow.
Because I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you, other than what I just read to you. So, but this one's pretty cool because I think it's amazing. At 38 years old, Walter Johnson pitches his 7th opening day shutout. 7 shutouts.
Wow.
It's hard to get just one.
No shit.
But that dude did 7, all on opening days.
Wow.
7 years in a row.
I wonder what he did for opening day. Like, what did he? He have some Wheaties or some shit?
Maybe. In 1928, first nonstop flight from Europe to North America occurs.
Nice.
And then I got in 1954, Robert Oppenheimer is accused of being a communist.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that movie?
They thought he was a spy. No, I didn't.
It's a good movie.
I'm sure it is. I just haven't seen it. I like Cillian Murphy.
Yes.
In 1970, Apollo 13 dispatches Houston. We've had a problem here as the oxygen tank explodes. Disaster strikes 200,000 miles from Earth when oxygen tank number 2 blows up as well.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. 2004, Barry Bonds hits his 661st career home run, passing his godfather, Willie Mays.
Wow.
Not to be confused with Willie Mays Hayes
Right.
on Major League.
Played by Wesley Snipes.
and who else in part 2?
I know who you're talking about. I don't know that dude's name.
Omar Epps,
There you
dog.
go. That guy. That guy. What up, El Hantino?
Yo, doggy dog.
What's up, Arnie?
What happening?
Louis Pasta.
When happening?
Ice Pick. Oh,
Bourbon vanilla.
I have
Bourbon
not tried that. I should try that.
vanilla. All right, doggy dog. In 2009, U.S. record producer Phil Spector is found guilty of second-degree murder of actress Lana Clarkson from back in 2003.
Damn, son.
6
been that
years.
long now?
It took 6 years to
God
find
damn.
this dude guilty.
That dude's hair. Have you seen that dude? A picture of that dude at the time?
It's greasy looking, yeah.
It's greasy and all over the place.
Yep.
He seems unkept.
Well, he's definitely unkept now in prison.
Oh yeah, and mistreated possibly.
Probably. Last one I got for you is 2023 FBI arrest 21-year-old member of Massachusetts Air National Guard for leaking classified documents, including national security secrets, on an online gaming chat group.
Good God.
Which I remember that going down, and the conspiracy community was all over it because it had to do with Biden and his son.
Was there a laptop involved?
You know what? I don't even want to get into that discussion because that's irritating. I'm so irritated about that.
Yeah.
Because now that he's been pardoned, the fucking laptop means nothing at this point.
Morning, Allie. I know it's for Mr. Hantino over here, but can I tell one? I got one.
Yeah, go ahead,
got
bro.
one.
Go ahead, dog.
This one's interesting. 1360. A hailstorm kills an estimated 1,000 English soldiers in France.
Holy shit, dog.
This is during the 100-Year War.
Weather warfare.
I mean, right? I mean, were they doing it back then? The storm and the devastation it caused also played a part in the 100-Year War between England and France. Wow, dude.
Wow.
Can you imagine? You're like, let's go get them. Yay. You're going into France, and all of a sudden, that's it. It's over.
That's wild, man.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff.
1360. May 8th, 1360. Wow. Okay. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, bro. You got any news today?
I can dredge up some. I'm pretty sure I have some.
All right.
You got the music, big dog?
I does.
He
somewhere in here.
Check this one out. This is a good one. Excuse me. Man found missing 90% of his brain defies scientific understanding. Most of his skull is filled with water.
What the fuck? Say that one more time. Go and start over.
Man found missing 90% of his brain. Defies scientific understanding. Most of his skull is filled with water.
What the hell?
A medical case has baffled scientists. A 44-year-old man has been living a normal life despite missing 90% of his brain. Diagnosed with, I'm not going to say this right, hydrocephalus, a condition where excess cerebral fluid replaces brain tissue. His skull is mostly filled with liquid, with only a thin layer of brain matter remaining. Yet he works as a civil servant, has a family, and maintains a functional IQ of 84, only slightly below average. His case challenges long held assumptions about how the brain works, particularly the role of specific brain regions in consciousness and cognitive function. Cognitive psychologist Alex Cremains suggests that this case highlights the brain's extraordinary plasticity, the ability to reorganize and adapt despite several structural loss. It also raises profound questions about consciousness. 90%, bro.
Well, so this just I've been saying this for a long time because it's a fact anyway, but we only operate off of 5% of our brain. So still has 10% of his brain.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's, I mean, I don't know. Because he
Yeah.
has 10% of his brain. What is the.
That's where we are though. We're here. This is what we are. We're the electric currents and the fluffy pink fucking waves of, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Ali, you're so wonderful. I think that I've had this discussion with a neuroscientist who was in my car, bro. So I was like, I have to ask you this question.
Mhm.
Are we our brains or are we our minds? What is it? There's, because I think they're two separate things. Honestly.
Yes. Yeah. No.
I think
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
two separate things. And I just asked him that question. I just wanted to hear what, a guy who works in that all day long, what he thinks about it. And he
Mhm.
says they're two separate. It's not
Yep.
the same. He says the brain is one. It's you can touch it, you can feel it. It, like you said, there's electrical currents going through it. It's the processor of the body.
Yes.
But the mind is not the brain.
Hmm.
Somehow it's outside of the body. It's like the aura of you. It's the spirit or the soul or whatever you think that is. That's where consciousness.
Yeah. Well, did you mean simulation?
Hey, we are stimulation. I think Kevin and I are pretty stimulating. That's what I think. Yes, I believe that too. I really do. It just.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like I wasn't saying that we are the brain. I'm just saying like everything we are is up here.
Right. But they're separate. It's what blows my mind because I've always wondered, I have this discussion with people about it because it's one of my favorite subjects. Probably going to have that on the show. And it just, if that was all one thing, wouldn't that be like, people have said for centuries that our eyes are the windows to our soul, which means, windows to the brain, right? That's what they're trying to say. But who knows, man?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Dude, all right, actually, I'm going to play this afterwards, but
what's up?
We're going to go into our next segment here real quick. And then I got some things that I really excited to share with you afterwards.
Go for it. Go for it.
Which actually we're going to do 2 segments and then I'm going to share it with you.
Yeah.
I know it's freaking here. There it is. It's right there. Raquel. All right. So here we go. Introducing you to the ladies from Like Mother, Like Murder.
Weird Java in the morning missing person segment. Here we go. I am Rachel.
And I am Heather. And we have 2 missing persons informations to share with you all today. So let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Alexis Content Beaver was reported missing after she ran away on March 13th. She is only 14 years old, and so, runaway or not, this needs to be taken seriously. And all efforts searching for Alexis is very important.
Yep. Alexis went missing out of Kennewick, Washington on March 13th. She was last seen wearing a black hoodie and large frame glasses around the 10th Avenue area in Kennewick. Her family is very concerned for her well-being and are hoping that with the search efforts, Alexis is found safely and home very soon. Alexis is 14 years old. She has hazel eyes, light brown hair. She is around 5'7" and weighs around 130 pounds.
So if anyone has any information that could help locate Alexis and bring her home safely, please contact the Kennewick Police Dispatch at 509-628-2626.
So also, anonymous tips can be made at the www.kdptips.com. Reference number is 25-019304. This information will be in the show notes. Kevin, you will put it in the show notes. Next, we have Jeremiah Davis out of Nashville, Tennessee. Jeremiah is only 16 years old and was last seen on April 5th of this year. So a few days ago, there's not much on his disappearance, but he is still missing. It's going on a week. I feel like we hear way too many people going missing out of Nashville, so I hope that he is found quickly and safely and that he is okay.
Yes, so Jeremiah is a white male, like Rachel said, 16 years old, brown hair, brown eyes, and that's pretty much all we know. But if you have any information on his whereabouts, even if you think it sounds like insignificant, please reach out. All information is necessary when someone is missing, because your piece of information, even if you feel like it's insignificant, could be exactly what law enforcement needs to crack the case open.
Right. If you guys have any information, please contact the Metropolitan Police Department at 615-862-8600. His case number is M408325028.
Okay, so we have a time for a quote, Rachel. Hit it.
We do. That went by very quickly. Okay, here is my quote today. You'll like who it's by. Quote, "If you don't get out of the box you've been raised in, you won't understand how much bigger the world is."
Ooh.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, okay, Angelina. I see it. And I feel that. I think you definitely feel that, having been born and raised in the same town until you were 32. How old were we when you moved?
Yeah, 32.
32.
I had just turned 32.
Yeah.
When I moved.
Oh my gosh.
But I felt
that's
like,
crazy.
so I was like in a box, because not
Yeah.
only was I like in California and that's a whole different world, but I was raised very like tight knit.
Yeah.
Like I had there was nothing else going on. Like I was just me and my family.
Yeah.
And so now it's very, very different. So out of the box for sure. Out of the box. I know you can sing that song. I can't.
That's the
There she
goodbye
goes.
song for Out of the Box.
It's like, I don't know. You can sing the goodbye song for Weird Java instead of that.
For now, until we meet again. Weird Java.
I was like, please. All right, that is it, you guys. We will talk to you guys next Sunday. Oh, we didn't even say Kevin or David at all. So hi, Kevin. Hi, David. Bye, Kevin. Bye, David. That is it. All right, we'll talk to you guys next time. Weird Java.
Weird Java. Morning show.
Woo! Was that how?
Bro, I just want to say I hate how many people go missing, especially when they're young.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
My thoughts exactly. I was just thinking every time it's a teen, and then you think about it was in March, late middle of
Yeah.
March. fucking sucks, man. I hate that shit. I was trying to actually not get mad about it, because what good is that? But
Mhm.
it's unfortunate. It happens way too often, and thank God for people like Rachel and Heather that bring attention to it.
Yes,
And
I agree with that. I agree with that. So while we're still Debbie Downing, I
Yeah.
do have a true crime story for you.
Hit me. This guy's good at music, don't you think? Jesus. He's got a little CSI person cleaning up the floor. Wow. I'm telling you, man.
All right, you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
On July 30th in 2017, a woman was humming about her kitchen while she prepared dinner. She realized she didn't have enough meat for dinner, so her eyes darted to the freezer. It had a padlock on it. Jill would go to her husband and ask if he thought his friend would be upset if she grabbed some meat from his freezer. Her husband Ken replied by saying that they could just replace whatever she used out of it.
Mm.
But how do they get the padlock off? Ken's friend, who was more of an acquaintance than a friend, but he told his wife to go ahead and open it if she can. So she did, using a screwdriver to remove the latch and sliding it out of the way. She opened the freezer and peered inside. She saw some black trash bags and began to sift through the bags when she came to a horrible realization. The black trash bags contained human remains.
Mm.
Jill let out a shriek, causing her husband to run to her side. Ken then made the call to 911 while also trying to keep his wife calm. Thoughts? What are your thoughts thus
My
far?
thoughts are, if you see a black trash bag in a freezer, why do you look through it? Go to the white trash bags. They're probably real meat there. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
fuck? The fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
I'm
Padlock
thinking.
freezer. Red flag. Thank you, Heather.
Yeah. Oh, she was
Absolutely.
probably just thinking like the meat there was meat inside the bags as
She
well.
thought wrong. She thought, well, there
So,
was
I
meat.
mean, well, if
I
she
guess
didn't
did
look
everything wrong.
right, well, if she didn't look into the bags, we wouldn't know there was a person in there.
You know, it'd been interesting if she brought one of them up. She said, I don't give a shit. It looks like hamburger to me.
Oh my god, that would be. That's what she was looking for. She was looking for hamburg meat.
That's
I think she was making meatballs. I believe.
Isn't that just an unfortunate set of circumstances? If she
Yeah.
had enough meat to begin with, none of this would be playing out. None
Right.
Of this.
Right. She didn't want to. What was happening was she didn't want to go out to the store. She was just like, I'm already like, I got my apron on. I'm fucking cooking already. I'm not going out to the store. And
Yeah.
your friend has a fucking freezer in our house. The reason why Ken told the investigators that the reason that the freezer was there was because of power issues that his friend was having at their place.
And you said that they're not really friends, right? They're like,
Yeah, they're more of acquaintances. They don't really know each other well.
interesting, provocative.
All right. So Shannon Elizabeth Graves was a 28-year-old woman from Youngstown, Ohio. She was known for her vibrant personality and had recently earned her cosmetology license, aspiring to build a career in the beauty industry. For now, she was a dancer. Shannon Graves was the kind woman who lit up a room without trying, with her midnight hair, a knowing smile, and a laugh that made others laugh with her. She moved through life like someone who was finally finding her rhythm. Arturo, Shannon's boyfriend, lived with her in a small apartment. They had recently been fighting off and on. Arturo accused her of cheating on him and still being in love with her ex-boyfriend, John. And Shannon was also accusing Arturo of cheating. She had been noticing him being more attentive to another woman at the club. She wasn't the only one who noticed either. Her friends and coworkers did as well. The fights never turned physical, but it definitely left a bitter taste in Shannon's mouth. They often tried to forget about their fights and would relax with popcorn and a movie.
Mm.
So, in March of 2017, Shannon's half sister, Debbie DePaul, would report her sister missing when she missed her birthday. She described her sister as a free spirit. She would also say her sister has been missing for a few months now, but it wasn't suspicious due to the fact that Shannon often disappeared, but she would never miss her sister's birthday. So when family members had a hard time, like continuously being able to get a hold of her, that's when they were like, all right, something is up this time. She's not just running off to do whatever and ignoring us.
Right.
So Detective Mike Lambert would launch an investigation, feeling uneasy as they felt they were starting way too late and may not be able to find any evidence if something nefarious had taken place. His first stop was her apartment, where they found her boyfriend Arturo. In talking to him, he would reveal that he and Shannon had broken up a few months ago and she moved to Cleveland with another man. They asked him who the man was, and he was unsure, but he felt like it was her ex-boyfriend, John. He stated that he never felt like Shannon was over him, and they often fought about it, which led to their breakup to begin with. So Lambert's next interview would be with the ex-boyfriend, John. He had a little bit of trouble locating John, but once he did, John, who had actually been released from prison on drug charges right before the last time Shannon had been seen alive.
Wow.
John owned a roofing business and had a criminal history. He and Shannon had broken up while he was in prison, which upset him deeply. So,
Hey,
what are you thinking now? We have two suspects, technically.
yeah. So it sounds very much like the way you're reading it is the jailbird got out, was pissed, was holding on to his piss apparently, and when he got out, he wanted to do. This is what it sounds like. This is what
Yep,
the way you're
right.
reading it. This is what I'm feeling. It's this dude, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you could be.
Could be.
All right. While sitting in front of John, Lambert had an inkling that John had both motive and opportunity. He seemed suspicious to the detective. He asked if he knew about Shannon missing, to which he replied, yes. John had actually been looking for her himself, and he was doing his own investigations. He told the detective he's been staking places out and watching people's comings and goings. People that may know or have something to do with the disappearance, like Arturo. Arturo had a new girlfriend, though, and seemed to have moved on from the breakup, but John still watched. Lambert would tell John to stop his investigations, as it could prove to be dangerous for himself
Ooh.
if he wasn't the perpetrator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, if you're not responsible for this, I would highly recommend you cut the shit. Yep. So Lambert, again, so he told him to stop, but he became even more suspicious of John based off this story. Seemed like he was trying to shift focus to Arturo, although Arturo was definitely still a suspect. So they're both suspects.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Here's what's interesting to me.
Mhm.
Let's say this guy is the one who did it. Let's just say, for argument's sake, he's the one who did it.
All right.
Why would you be out there investigating it if you're the one who did it? Why? It's done.
Yep.
You know what happened? What are you doing out there? You're just wasting your own time. Okay. So maybe
Well-
the motive is I'm going to make sure it's shifted to this dude, right? And not
Yep.
me.
Right.
Maybe that's the only thing he's got going. But it just seems like, good Lord, man. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Well, we all know, based on a lot of fucking stories, that the perpetrator loves to put themselves into the investigation.
Yes, that is one of the traits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, with 2 suspects and absolutely no evidence, Detective Lambert felt lost. Shannon's cell phone data would reveal she had went to work, and while there, her phone was turned off. Her phone number was now assigned to someone else, so that didn't help either. Her credit cards also stopped being used around the same time. So she lost cell phone service, like her plan was up or whatever, because she hadn't paid or something. That's why that's the turned off. It wasn't physically turned off. It was
It's shut out.
It's shut
from the
off.
thing. Okay.
shut off. Yeah, which is why it was reassigned to someone else.
Okay.
All right. So being at a loss, not really knowing where to go from there, a break came when Ken called 911 about the freezer. In searching the body parts in the freezer, they found that one of the feet had a scorpion tattoo, just like Shannon. DNA would reveal the body to be 28-year-old Shannon Graves.
Damn.
No head, though. Everything but a head was in the freezer.
Oh my God.
While interviewing Ken and Jill, they would reveal that the freezer didn't belong to them. It actually belonged to a friend named Anthony Gonzalez. Anthony frequented clubs in the area, as he was an aspiring rap artist who also went by Tony G. Anthony would prove to be extremely hard to find. So this guy going to clubs, obviously Shannon's a dancer, a part-time dancer at a club. Arturo and her are seen at clubs often. So
Yeah, I see why my mic is not connected. Give me a second here, bro. I'm gonna hop out and fix that
hop out
for 1 second. It won't let me do it now. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'll be right back. 1 second.
I can hear you fucking fantastically. I can hear him fantastically. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But I'll just sit here by myself, twiddle my thumbs, drink this water. Wower. Now I feel weird.
I have returned.
You still sound the same, and it sounds fine to me.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't. Yeah, now I can see it. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate you, man. Oh, here we go.
True. That is true.
I'm not by myself? What?
I was crying because I was by myself.
Oh. I was going to say, that's a theory out there, that everyone else is just a figment of your imagination.
Yeah. So don't lean back. Just stay right here in the fucking mic.
Bring the camera with me. I mean, the mic.
The camera? What does the camera have to do with it?
There we go. How's it sound now, my friends? Yeah, that's cool. We good. Can you hear me?
You're good.
Can you hear me?
All right, doggy dog. So with this new suspect in the mists, what are your thoughts now?
Well, I forgot who the friend was. I remember you saying
Ken and Jill.
Yeah, Ken and Jill at the house, right? And then the friend was a guy who said, "Hey, my power is not so good. Can I bring my evidence and put it
over?
in your house. So yeah, I don't recall the guy's name, but
Anthony Gonzalez, who
Allah
also goes
Gonzalez.
by Tony G for his rap name.
It's a rapper.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he did it. But I mean, a dude that has a padlock. I mean, damn, son. I'm sorry, Mr.
Yeah.
Gonzalez. I apologize. You guys need to stop. Okay, you guys you're giving us Hispanics a bad name. You need to stop this shit. Usually we don't do this shit. We just eat tacos. We're happy. You know what I'm saying? We're happy people. Stop killing.
Okay, the Night Stalker was Hispanic.
Yes, he was. Yes.
All right. Anyways, Detective Lambert then got a call from John, who was supposed to stop conducting his own investigation, but clearly did not. He told the detective he was questioning some people and heard about a bonfire at this guy Steve's house where Anthony and a man named Andrew Herman had showed up to. Lambert, unsure at where this was going, John said they were burning Shannon's belongings.
Ugh. So it's not
Well-
jail boy, right? It's not boyfriend,
As far as we know.
as far as we know. Maybe they're all in it together. Yeah. We hate the
Possibly.
bitch and- yeah. Who knows?
Lambert perked up, not sure if this was just another detour John was throwing out there. Excuse
Bless
me.
you, sir.
I was trying to fight that. So he wasn't sure if John was just throwing another detour out there to have authorities on a wild goose chase, but he also felt like he really needed to follow up on this tip. John would also caution Lambert on Andrew, saying, "Be careful. Andrew thinks he's a sorcerer. He practices weird devilish rituals and is a creepy dude."
All right.
Detectives would descend on Steve's property and begin to search through the remnants of the bonfire. Amongst the charcoal coals, they would find a friendship bracelet that belonged to Shannon.
Son of a bitch.
Lambert would bring Andrew in for questioning, and without putting up a fight or even lying, Andrew would actually just tell detectives the whole story. So, Shannon was in the shower, door ajar, allowing steam of the hot water to flow out through it. The killer slipped into the apartment and approached the bathroom door with a meat cleaver in hand. Tiptoeing into the bathroom, the killer would rip open the shower curtain. Shannon would let out a blood-curdling scream as she was hit in the head multiple times.
Jesus.
With her now lifeless on the floor, the killer began to panic, unsure of what to do next. Turns out they really didn't think this through. The killer's partner would come in to help before they called Andrew. Andrew assisted in dismembering the body and helping clean up and get rid of evidence, like burning Shannon's belongings. Andrew had told partygoers that Arturo was upset with Shannon for cheating, so they were tasked with getting rid of her things, which sounds like a good story to tell people that, oh, Arturo gave us this shit to throw away. Katrina Layton, new person here that is being brought up,
Yo.
happens to be Arturo's new girlfriend, who moved in with him 2 weeks after the last known sighting of Shannon, had actually started a relationship with him 2 months before her disappearance. She was the woman Arturo was spotted with all over town at clubs. She was also seen driving Shannon's car and using her credit card.
Damn, dude.
So police would arrest Andrew right there on the spot, then Katrina, and lastly Anthony Gonzalez. But Anthony Gonzalez wasn't his real name.
What was his real
Hold on.
name? Richard Ramirez?
Hold on. Fucking A.
Oh snap!
Arturo Noveo.
Oh my god!
He was going around town pretending to be a man named Anthony Gonzalez. And that's what he told Ken and Jill. So
Shocking.
Ken and Jill only knew him as Anthony. Arturo killed Shannon and then called Katrina and Andrew to assist him in the cleanup process. So Katrina, it's not known whether Andrew definitely didn't know that it was gonna happen, but he did go to help his friend try and get rid of the evidence. And Katrina obviously was jealous of Shannon, so she was more than willing to help.
Oh, what an evil person.
So they decided to use sulfuric acid to try and dissolve the body. However, they did not have enough of the acid to get rid of more than her head. So they bought a deep freezer in which to store her remains. And then to make sure that they weren't found in possession of the freezer, they asked Ken and Jill to keep it for them. So, because they were facing the death penalty, they would agree to a plea deal with Arturo receiving life and Katrina and Andrew both receiving 12 years.
12 years.
Yep.
That's it?
It's 12 years for accessory, yeah.
Which is more like 6 years. Wow.
But so so when John found out that she was missing, he immediately suspected Arturo, obviously.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it did. And obviously he was, he had a significant role. Like, detectives wouldn't have found out about this bonfire, at least not at a time where they could search the remnants of the fire to find that bracelet.
Yeah. Dude, that's very sad. Poor girl. Mondo, what's going on, brother? Thanks for joining us.
Yo, Mondo.
I just, dude, why do the people always end up doing things like this? Why? And then I was thinking, the whole time when you said that they found the body in there, but not the head, I kept thinking, what did they keep the head for, man? Turns out they burned it in acid. Holy shit, dude. That is a terrible, terrible thing to do to a human body. That's a terrible,
I agree.
horrible thing.
I agree. I 100% agree. It's gross.
Girl, the new girlfriend or whatever you want to call her, driving her car and spending her money, dude. What the fuck? What kind of human being is that? Holy shit.
She definitely should have got more time than 12 years. Andrew getting 12 years, I understand. Like, he there was no premeditation for him to do this. Like, he was just like, and he did tell investigators, like, when he came into the scene, he was like, what the fuck? But because he was good friends with him, obviously he helped him. But yeah, so disturbing story. I didn't like hearing it, but I don't really like hearing true crime stories anyway, but I do think it's important to just like with missing persons, make you aware of things that people are willing to do to other people.
Yeah. Because you may not be thinking it, but somebody is.
Yeah,
somebody
for sure.
is. And you have to be able to watch for that. You have to be able to say, okay, this motherfucker looks like he's going to kill me. I need to avoid that bitch and lock the doors. That's another thing, Lock the fucking doors, man.
Yeah.
2025, dog. They're gonna come in if your door is not open. And the video I shared with you today for Down the Rabbit Hole, there's a little bit of that. I'll tell you.
All right, Doug. All right, hey, so I got a video. I made a video the other day. So I wrote a short story,
Ooh.
and I found a AI thing to do a voice, so they read it for me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna play that for you. It's on my website on the blog. So if you guys want to go there and listen to it another time or read it or something, so the audio is there as well as the actual writing. But I'm gonna I wanted to play it for you and get your thoughts on it.
Bring it.
Title: Blood Ode. Genre: supernatural crime. Thriller. The sun was beginning to set over behind the city buildings, causing shadows to lay over the crashing waves of the Atlantic Ocean. The ports were busy with fishermen and cargo ships, everyone rushing about to quit work for the day and go home to their families, or dogs, whichever the case may be. The city of Portland, Maine buzzed. Busy as ever, despite there being a serial killer on the loose, but what no one knew. He was sitting in an interrogation room with 2 Maine state detectives. The room was cold, steel chairs scraped against concrete, and a flickering fluorescent light buzzed overhead like a dying wasp. Detective Marcus Hale sat with one leg crossed, chewing the cap of his pen. He was in his late 40s, black with sharp eyes and a neatly trimmed goatee. Ex-military, still held himself like it. His partner, Detective Eva Ramirez, leaned against the wall in a fitted blazer, arms crossed, her dark brown eyes locked on the suspect like a sniper waiting for a clean shot. Across the table sat Thomas Connolly, a man who, at first glance, looked like he belonged in a library, not a cell. Mid-30s, pale skin, hair combed neatly to the side, clean fingernails, but his button-up shirt was stained with something dark, possibly blood, and his glasses were cracked down the middle. There was an unsettling stillness about him. "Mr. Connolly," Hale said, voice calm, "you know why you're here." Thomas didn't respond. He stared at the one-way mirror, as if waiting for it to blink. Ramirez pushed off the wall. 4 victims in 6 weeks, all found in the woods just outside Portland, hearts removed, symbols carved into their skin. She tossed a manila folder onto the table, photos spilled out, bodies mangled and drained. Thomas finally looked at her. "They weren't victims," he said flatly. "They were offerings." Hale raised an eyebrow. "Offerings to who?" Connolly smiled. "Not who. What?" Ramirez sat down across from him, studying his face. "You've been in every town where the disappearances happened. Your fingerprints were found on the victims. You're either a killer or you're about to tell us one hell of a story." Thomas leaned in slowly, eyes glinting. "You don't get it. I didn't kill them. I delivered them." Hale scoffed. "To who?" Connolly tilted his head. "To him. I owed him. We all do, eventually." Ramirez's jaw clenched. "You're playing games. These are real people who died horribly." "They didn't die," Thomas said. "They were consumed." Suddenly, the lights cut out. The buzzing stopped. The hum of the AC died. For a second, there was silence. Then the emergency red lights kicked in, bathing the room in crimson. "What the hell?" Hale stood, hand moving toward his gun. Through the glass of the observation window, they heard a few gunshots, followed by a scream, then another, a wet, gurgling sound. Something heavy slammed against the glass. Ramirez reached for her radio. "Dispatch! What's going on out there?" Only static. Thomas sat still, eyes wide with admiration. "He's here," he whispered. "You're too late." The door to the interrogation room creaked open by itself, and then he stepped in. He was tall, unnaturally so, dressed in a long black coat, his skin white like paper soaked in milk. His face was ageless, inhumanly perfect except for the black sclera of his eyes and sharp yellow irises. Blood dripped from his lips. "Thomas," the vampire purred, voice smooth as silk and twice as dangerous. "Master," Thomas replied, dropping to one knee. Hale fired. The bullet hit the creature in the chest and dropped to the floor like a pebble. The vampire moved faster than vision. In an instant, Ramirez's neck was snapped, her body hitting the floor with a sickening thud. Hale managed to draw a breath before the vampire seized him by the throat, lifted him off the ground, and sank his fangs into his neck like a straw into flesh. Blood sprayed across the wall. Moments later, both detectives were dead. Thomas stood alone with his master, blood pooling around his feet. "Well, now I'm full. So much for going undetected," the vampire said. "One more, and your debt is paid." Thomas nodded. One more. And then, just like that, they vanished, leaving behind nothing but corpses, silence, and the faint hum of power returning to the station.
What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes. You wrote that,
Yeah.
sir? You need to write more because that shit was awesome. Well written. The only thing, if I had a note to give you, the only thing I would say is a straw through flesh is hard to. I would say a straw through water would probably be better, but goddamn, son, especially that last line, because you can imagine that they're gone, the power kicks back on. That's beautiful, dude. Excellent job. Holy shit, I'm impressed.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I shouldn't be impressed because you do so much that why not writing an awesome piece? How long did it take you?
2 days.
Fucking good, man. That's fucking good. Yeah, part 2, like Rachel says. Man of May, yeah. I just wanted to go back to what Rachel said a little bit earlier, where she says, all this, yes. And then she says, Kevin's a man of many talents. And then she says, David's face. Just want to highlight that. Thanks, Rich. Thank you very much.
Oh man, I finally finished chapter 2 of the novel that I'm writing as well.
Excellent.
And I've started the process of chapter 3. So
You have very good descriptions, very meaty
I've been-
descriptions.
been trying really hard at my descriptions and details lately, because a lot of my writing was detailed before, but I'm like, because I was talking about this with Allie the other day. Like, I know big words, and most of the time when I use them, I don't know what they mean. So like it's weird to, like, because I remember getting into like arguments and I would use a big word and then they'd be like, what does that even mean? And I'd be like, I don't fucking know, but it sounds like it fits.
Love it, man. That was great, dude. That was great. You must not stop writing. Don't ever stop.
This is what she was saying about your face.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, don't highlight it. Don't highlight it. No, that's not what you meant. Just kidding.
Oh man. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate
you.
the
Holy crap.
the kind words.
That was freaking good.
But so I don't have a Florida man today, but I do have this. All right, sir. Quote number 1. Opening the door with your hands builds character.
The fuck? Opening the door with your hands builds character. Feel like that's a movie where this character would always come in through the window or some shit. And he's trying to convince the guy not to do. I don't know. I'm lost on that one.
I have a second quote for the same movie. He is a housewife. Sorry, English is not my first language.
He is a housewife. Is that what he
Mhm.
said?
Yep.
English is not my first language. Bro.
Anybody got a guess?
Bro.
Anybody, anybody out there in the ether have a guess?
English is not my first language.
Wait,
Oh, wait,
what?
let me say. I'm going to say Birdcage.
No.
Damn. Thought I was onto something there.
I'm just-
I got it. That's hilarious. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Allie for the win. I don't know this one, man. Shit.
All right.
Anyone else out there know it?
All right, Doug. All right, Doug.
Damn,
All right,
son.
Doug. All right. Well, nobody's guessing, so I'm just gonna tell you.
Tell me.
Me Time.
Me Time. What the hell?
Me Time with Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Mm.
Me Time. I don't even think I heard the title of that movie before.
I think it was 2023 when it came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Huh.
They play best friends in the movie.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Doug.
I got to watch that.
All right. Quote number 2 for you. After I remove your eyes, your ears, and your balls, all your sensory organs, if you still haven't told me what I need to know, I'm going to fillet you like that beat did my grandfather.
Like that beat did my grandfather.
I think so. I don't know. Allie's the one that sent me these quotes, so
Okay.
they better be typed out correctly.
Say that one again. Say that one again.
After I remove your eyes, your ears, and your balls, all your sensory organs, if you still haven't told me what I need to know, I'm going to fillet you like that beat did my grandfather. Bitch, maybe?
Maybe. Like that did my grandfather. I'm going to fillet you. Man, I don't know. I do not know.
Bear.
Like that
It's supposed to be
did
bear.
I'm going to fillet you like that bear did my grandfather. Legends of the Fall. I don't know.
No. Anybody got a guess out there? Oh, Rachel never heard of Me Time either.
Yeah. That I believe.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sounds about right.
100%.
All right. The movie is A Man from Toronto.
Allie, what? All these movies sound like they're in an alternate.
You never
reality.
seen A Man from Toronto? It's freaking Woody
seen it.
Harrelson
Never
and
seen
Kevin
A Man
Hart.
from Toronto, and I've never seen A Man from Toronto, ever. To be honest,
All right, man.
Woody
Well,
Harrelson.
quote number 3. Yeah, Woody Harrelson is actually the one that says this quote.
Oh shit! Sorry, Woody. I let you.
Quote number 3. I got 13-degree burn on my ass.
That's funny.
Mm.
13-degree burns on my ass. Yes, and me for that matter. I got 13-degree burns on my ass. Yo, Mondo, man. You there still, man? Dude, help me out. Who's got 13-degree burns on their ass?
Anybody got a
Dog,
guess?
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Nope.
Get Hard.
Rachel guessed incorrectly.
How about Backdraft? No. The Inferno.
Would you like a hint?
Yes.
Kevin Hart.
Well, Get Hard is a pretty good guess. I have to give Rachel props on that one.
Yep.
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. What is the movie he was in? Jumanji. Man, I don't know. I'm blanking.
All right. It is Night School with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish.
Son of a bitch. I know I've seen that one. That's a good one. It's
Mhm.
funny. Yeah.
It is funny. It is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny. Mondo's like Jumanji. The good guess because it's Kevin Hart.
Yeah. I was just trying to throw Kevin Hart movies on the wall.
All right. Quote number 4. You can have any girl you want, man. You rich and you available. What about this lady right here with all the Botox? Y'all be perfect for each other. You can't move your body. She can't move her face.
You can't move your body. She can't move her face.
You can have any girl you want to. You rich and you available. What about this lady right here with with all the Botox? Y'all be perfect for each other. You can't move your body and she can't move her face.
So the Ebonics tells me it's a black person saying this. Am I wrong?
Ebonics?
Yes. Yes. Is it a Kevin Hart? Are we on Kevin Hart here? Okay. Kevin Hart movie. That sounds funny. That sounds like something he would say. Is that Get Hard?
Nope.
God damn it, that's the only goddamn Kevin Hart movie that I can.
There's like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
That's a good guess because he's like, you can't move your body.
The CIA movie with what's his face? The guy you hate.
The guy I hate.
Yes. The Rock.
I don't hate The Rock.
don't hate
I'm sick of seeing him and everything.
Yes.
But no, it's not Central Intelligence.
Thank you, sir. That's not it. Okay.
No.
Good
Good movie though. Funny too.
Why don't I remember movies that he's in?
All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
The Upside.
The
He's
Upside.
he's the caretaker for
Never seen that one.
a
Damn
cripple.
it. I've always wanted to watch it too, but I never got around to it. Okay.
No.
Okay.
All right. 5th and last quote.
Yeah.
You know what? I got something to say to you all since I'm guessing this is the first time you've been forced to listen to a black man. You know, maybe you guys should just calm the fuck down. Black people ain't trying to hurt you. I mean, technically, I am right now, but that's only because of what you were trying to do to the white guy. Think about that. Google, I have a dream, assholes.
Get Hard.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that. Woo! I got one. Damn, Allie. That was good, Allie. Good job.
Rachel got it too, actually.
Rachel didn't get shit.
Yeah,
Rachel didn't get shit. False.
she said
False.
it like right at the same it arrived almost at the same time that you said it. So
Well, I mean, you think
so
about
that be that.
If you think about that, there's a little. No, I'm not going to say that because that gives her too much credit. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right there.
Oh, all right. So I have one more segment for you guys today.
Yeah. Whatever.
But I just want to give this because out of all 5 quotes, you only got one. So
That's right.
there you go.
Oh man.
All
stopped
right.
Abruptly.
Yeah, I fucking you
Cut
don't
it off.
deserve the whole cheer because you only got one right.
Sheesh.
All right, here we go, bro.
Hey, before you play the video,
Yo, what up?
before you play this video, it's a
Talk
video
to me, brother.
I put it out this morning. And
Are you
it
sure?
caught my attention. I'm very certain about this. I'm very sure about it. And it's creepy as hell because in the beginning there's a kind of a home invasion that's going on.
Oh,
And
okay.
You see the girl's reaction to it, and it
Yep.
is freaking real, man. So check it out.
All right. Roll the tape.
Can I help her?
Remember the friends?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
A man who she doesn't know suddenly appears in her apartment. He most likely walked in after seeing the door was unlocked. Now, while it's unsure if they caught him, viewers are completely baffled by something else in this video. Somehow, the door opens on its own right when Jeanette is heading towards it. In the heat of the moment, she didn't realize this until much later when, despite this
Crazy,
terrifying
right?
encounter, nothing would prepare her for what occurred only a few nights later. As she writes, "I have no words to explain this." While trying to record a cute video with her cat, this happens.
Check this out. Watch the bed.
What the fuck?
It's gone. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was a couple of days after the guy entered her apartment. Now, their feet, this is what I think. I think they're feet, but I think
That's
they're
what it looks like.
feet from a small child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stepping once and then again on the bed. And I was, in the beginning when the guy,
Holy shit.
he appears in her apartment. And then when she takes off, you see the door open by itself.
Yeah.
But then I was wondering, how did this guy get into her apartment? Is it one of those situations where they opened the door and he just walked in? Could have been that this, whatever it is, let it in and then realized they fucked up and helped her get out. I don't know. This is just what I was thinking when I saw this video. It's terrifying because in a situation like that, a lot of people know that could be it. She could be dead. That could have been the last of her. You know what I mean? That dude was clearly crazy because he was like, remember, we're friends. Remember? She's never seen him before. So, and then he kept trying to calm her down, which is, to me, that would have been it. Something helped her escape.
Yeah.
So, it was, that's a good video. I haven't
That's
seen anything like
fucking
that in a while.
yeah, that's probably the best one so far.
Creepy. Super
That's
creepy.
fucking creepy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be fucking burning that apartment building down, dog. I'd be
Yeah.
out. I'd be out. I'd be like, it's time to get the fuck up out of here.
Even
I'm
the cat
gone.
was like, I'm gone. See ya. No, I'm not
Yep.
sticking around.
Yep.
I'm getting out of here.
Well, so that's all the stuff I have for everybody today. I do want to say that I have a pretty interesting episode coming out. It's not paranormal. It's more like modern day topics of like conspiratorial stuff.
Nice.
So also we have a new podcast coming out for David Don't Know. So when that drops, everybody will know about it, and and hopefully everybody enjoys it and checks it out and stuff like that. I am talking to the lady who I just interviewed for this week's episode 199. She wants to start a podcast, and she also wants to be a part of Where the Weird Ones Go Productions. So she wants me to be her co-host as well. So that one's going to be if we do decide to do it. I don't know. I got a lot of shit going on, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so that one would be more conspiracy stuff. It would be like mainly focused on conspiracies. But she's a great person. I think we recorded for fucking 2 hours. So it's a 2-hour episode. And I could have talked to her a lot longer. And I think the chemistry with our conversation went really well. And people have been telling her to start a podcast. So I think because of our interaction was what drew her to ask me what I thought about, helping her out. So
Nice, man.
I think that's about it. I'm gonna try and get my book done so that I can put it out on this fall. But it's we'll see. I've started chapter 3 and I'm blocked right now, so hopefully I can pick it up.
I like that.
Yeah. Jill said somebody was looking out for her. I definitely think so
I think
too.
so too. I do. It's not trying to harm her. It's not trying to scare her for sure.
All right. That guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy though. For real.
The guy that snuck into her apartment looking at her while she was dancing. Is that what you're talking? Ooh. No. No. You do not. No. You're going to need to lock yourself away for about a month to
$200. Yeah, maybe. I don't know because $200 for pre-order. Yeah, because it's not even in production yet. I might make a Kickstarter for it. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not. I probably won't. I'm just saying. I'm just talking out my ass right now. But I'd like to try and get it done by September. So we'll see. And hopefully have it I'll probably self-publish it so that it can be available in September.
Nice. So I'm shooting for the start date of David Don't Know to be somewhere at the end of May.
Oh, May. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to record a whole lot this week, next week. I'm not going to overwhelm you. I don't want to do that, but I want to have it.
Oh, you won't. You won't.
Okay. So I'm going to put that out. I'm thinking by the time we put our first episode out, we should have a good 10 episodes in the bank.
Okay.
Ready to, just in case we got, and I'm thinking every 2 weeks, maybe.
Like 1-0.
Yeah, like 1-0. I feel like for me that would be a good thing.
Yep.
And see where it goes, man. But I'm excited. We're gonna have some pretty good guests. We're gonna have you. You're gonna be a guest on there, which is fantastic. I mean,
yes.
I can't clone you, but I can have you on my show.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hopefully, we'll have Mr. 305 on there with his wife, and a whole bunch of other people.
I also want to say that episode 200 comes out the following week, next week.
Shit.
So milestone, Mr. 305 Paranormal and Mrs. 305 Paranormal
Yeah.
are the guests for episode 200, and
Man.
I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else. They're
Oh,
phenomenal people. I love them to death. They're definitely pivotal in my journey here as a podcaster. They've been there for me. They
Good people. Good people.
Yeah. They got me hooked on paranormal investigations. They helped me with my first ever time doing an investigation. So
Yeah, and you actually got to meet them in person, which is pretty amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Other than that, that's all I got for you. If you guys are interested in getting some coffee, it's where the weird ones are, podcast.com. You can also get merch, much like the shirt behind me. David also has merch for Down the Rabbit Hole if you're interested in checking that out. But if you like this show, you can comment that you like it, or you could go to, you know what would help out a lot is if you go to Spotify or whatever podcatcher you can find it on, and you get Weird Java in the morning, leave us a rating and review on there and help share the morning show.
Yeah.
Episode 5 that I literally just put out Friday night because I was so tired and I kept forgetting to fucking do it. So, but
I noticed
it's
that
out there
on
now.
the on your YouTube page under our live where all our shows are at, they're starting to grow as far as how many times they're being watched, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I actually had an influx of subscribers this past week.
Oh, where you at?
I'm at, I think it was 419 subscribers on
That's
here.
awesome.
So it definitely after Conspiracy Tuesday 19 came out, that's when Conspiracy Tuesday and when Cat Ward was on.
Nice,
So
bro.
episode 197 and 198 got me like it influxed like almost 20 to 30 more subscribers after those
awesome.
2 episodes. So
That's awesome. That's great, bro. Good job. We're gonna get you to that 1,000 point.
yeah, we'll see. YouTube's trying to, or well, not YouTube itself, but an entity is trying to say that my intro music is copyrighted.
Really?
There's a copyright claim on my intro music, and it's the voice, the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star voice,
Yeah.
which I probably I did sample that voice. So
I mean, I get that all the time on Facebook, which I just
Mhm.
passed 65,000 followers on Facebook,
yep,
which is awesome.
that is dope as fuck.
But every once in a while, they love to hit you with something.
Mhm.
So anytime it's let's say it is music from someone else, I'll go and allow sharing. So if it's a revenue share, I'll share with them, dude. It's not mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'll allow it and then click OK, and it seems to make everything go away. So whatever,
Well,
dude.
I changed it. I just took the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star out. So
Damn.
So Rachel, you can still dance to it in your car. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking the show out. And that's a motherfucking wrap.
Yes.
A bing bang boom.
A bing bang boom. All right, bro.